All right, so here we go, an oily pop-up, recipes for your essential oils. The goal of this class, it is to empower you. Maybe that's with some basic info, maybe with a new recipe for some oils that you have. Of course, we're covering the foundational, all the foundational things because I can't imagine teaching a class without those. I'll go over some easy recipes for using your oils and then different ways that you can purchase essential oils or receive essential oil support, okay? Before we get started, okay, are you guys ready for your first entry in the giveaway? Okay, I'm holding the giveaway oil right here. So I want you to pull out your phone. If you're on it, that's fine. Pull up a blank text message and I want you to send the text message to me, okay? Even if you're like, Amy, I text you all the time. Can we just have fun with this, okay? So pull up a text message to me. I want you to put your name in it if you've never texted me before, because otherwise I won't know who you are. And then in the body of that text message, why don't you put how familiar you are with doTERRA oils. If you really love your oils already, then tell me your favorite one or something, okay? But go ahead and put those two things in a text to me and send those over, okay? What this helps me do, it helps me like serve you well, care for you well, know where you're at. There's Mary. Hey, Mary. See, thank you. I see. Awesome, Mimi. Thank you. And this texting me gets you an entry in the giveaway that I'm doing for tonight, okay? So I'll give you a second to do that. I can see those rolling in. That makes me smile. Thank you. Look, you can see it too on my notifications. It's like accountability up there. Okay, awesome. All right, so while those are rolling in, so the first thing that I just absolutely have to cover would be the three cool things about essential oils. They're safe and they're effective and they're affordable. Okay, let me dive into each one of those just a little bit for us. So safe. Essential oils are 100% natural and safe, despite what you might have read on a blog on the internet. Okay, they're safe for babies, children, adults, and the elderly. They come from plants. They have amazing health benefits for us. A pure oil is 50 to 70 times more powerful than an herb. For example, peppermint, we're going to talk about this oil and experience it together. 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. So we're talking really potent. All right, I want you to experience how powerful and potent doTERRA essential oils are. So let's give you an experience with peppermint. So many of you are going to have your big bottle. If you got a little bottle of peppermint from me ahead of time, grab that, okay? So let's all take out our peppermint. And what I want you to do is just put a drop of peppermint in the palm of your hand. And then I want you to take, if you're using your little bottle, you might have to tap the bottom of it to get some out. Just take your thumb, put it in the oil, and rest that on the roof of your mouth. And then after you do that, I want you to take a deep breath in through your mouth, okay? Deep breath. Okay, you can feel how amazing that is. Maybe you're getting some fresh breath after dinner time. You're energized to get through the rest of your day. And then go ahead and rub your hands together and then cup that over your face. You don't have to touch your eyes or anything, and breathe that in deeply through your mouth, through your nose. Take a deep breath. Okay, so if you get too close to your eyes while you're doing that, I just want to give you a tip because this can be easily misunderstood. Sometimes an oil that's cooling like peppermint or some oils are warming, you might put them on a sensitive area of your body and you might feel like that sensation is very powerful. So in that case, you're not going to reach for water. You're going to reach for a carrier oil. I would recommend fractionated coconut oil and apply it directly to that area. It's going to take that strong sensation away in a jiffy, okay? The last thing I want you to do is take your hands and I want you to just rub it on the back of your neck. This is going to take away all your tension from the day, give you a nice little cooling sensation. Okay. It feels so good. All right. So now we're ready to go. We're focused. You got a little on your temples. You're ready to listen and learn some new things. And while you're thinking about how amazing that peppermint oil was, I just want to give you a couple more tips for how you can use peppermint oil. Okay. So it is an oil that you can use aromatically, topically, and internally. It's very energizing. Okay. It's a great pick me up. It promotes clear breathing. You felt that in your lungs. It's very cooling to the body if you have an elevated body temperature. And it also is great for dealing with and relieving head tension. All right, the second cool thing about essential oils is that they are more effective than many modern approaches to health problems, which sounds a little scandalous, but let's just break this down for a second. Let's just say this is a cell in our body, right? We know that cells have oily membranes, and their job is to protect the cell. They keep the good things in and the bad things out. We are probably familiar that bacteria and viruses are the two things that are going to be harmful to our cells. Bacteria forms on the outside. You know, we're all pretty familiar with the idea of here's an antibiotic. You know, you're going to feel better in 7 to 10 days. Some of us are also probably aware that that comes with some not so great side effects of being hard on your gut and your hormones and your immune system. And so then though, if you consider a virus like a cold or the flu, if you consider the modern recommendation for a virus, they're water-based synthetic medication, and they cannot penetrate the cell membrane to where the virus is on the inside. All right. So essential oils are oily. They can penetrate that cell membrane and they can get to where the virus is living on the inside, duplicating the DNA. So they offer such amazing support in being able to pass through the cell membrane. And they're also very effective for the bacteria on the outside of our cells too. Okay. So they're super effective. All right. Safe, effective. And the last thing I want to talk about is how affordable they are, which you might be thinking like, what? I'm not sure I understand this. So let's just talk about this for a minute. I would absolutely say that essential oils are more affordable than traditional medical care. So just think with me for a second. You can put in the chat box if you want. Who can tell me what their copay might be for visiting the doctor? It's okay if you don't know the number, but put that in the chat box or think about what that is in your head. What about if your doctor gave you a prescription for an antibiotic? About how much would it cost you to fill that prescription? Okay, and again, you can put that in the chat box, 20, 50, 35, yeah, 30 to 60, okay, 0. So even if you have amazing insurance, maybe you live in a country where you don't have to pay anything, you still have to factor in the gas to get to the appointment, the time off from work, exposure to other germs, maybe a sitter for your kids. Even if you had to use your oils all day for 10 days, it's still going to be more affordable than going to the doctor and getting a prescription, especially one that won't work for a viral infection. All right. So I just want to point out that I am very grateful for good medical care. I'm not demonizing that at all, but if I can handle it at home, I like to start there. So a great example is if somebody in my home has an earache, we can dilute and rub 2 drops of lavender and tea tree around their ear and repeat as necessary over 2 to 3 days. And it offers amazing, amazing relief. Do you know how much that costs each time? 64 cents to apply those oils. Okay. Our family saves hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs because of the way we use our essential oils. And I would honestly tell you that you cannot not afford to use natural solutions. And that is why essential oils are more affordable than traditional medical care. Okay. They're safe, they're effective, and they're affordable. Okay, so I just need to take a second here because this call is open to anybody. It is a very friendly call, and it is clearly at this point about doTERRA oils, right? This is what my family has chosen to use, and it's what I've chosen to educate others on as well. Don't panic if your oils at home are from a different company. It's okay. We're a friendly crew. I'm a friendly oil girl, but I really would love to just take a minute to consider like just of a few of the reasons that my whole family very confidently uses our doTERRA oils, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is purity. So purity means no foreign contaminants or fillers, like not even residue from machinery, nothing. Every batch of oils undergoes rigorous third-party testing all along the way, and a little bit of each oil is saved behind in case anything was ever called into question, okay? Which brings me to transparency. Did you know, put it in the chat box if you've done this before. Did you know you can enter the batch ID on the bottom of your bottle? And you can see the test results from your oil from the tests that were done. Tell us in the chat if you've ever done that with your oils. It's very cool. So transparency, that is very, very important to me. What about potency? So each plant is grown in a part of the world where the plant grows best, and this results in the absolute best chemistry for that plant. And what that means is that essential oil does exactly what we want it to do for our health. When the pH of the soil is right and the rainfall and the climate and it's harvested at the right time, it creates an incredibly potent essential oil that we get to use. Sourcing. Okay, so doTERRA's model is called co-impact sourcing, and this is the one I'm probably going to talk the most about, but for good reason. doTERRA has created an entirely new sourcing system that empowers thousands of small-scale farmers all over the world. Lives at both ends of the bottle are blessed and benefit, okay? No one along the supply chain is taken advantage of, only empowered. And what doTERRA has been able to do is reverse the limiting factors for small scale farmers, prepayments, long-term commitments, paying more than the fair price, providing education, equipment, training, etc. Their motto is sourcing the best and helping the most. And they are very much motivated by helping people and not by cutting costs. And you're going to see why I say that in a minute. Okay, consider this. Lavender. You've all probably ran into lavender at some point on your essential oil journey. Let's talk about doTERRA's lavender. Well, the most efficient and easy way to grow lavender would be like a 3,000 acre commercial farm. It would cheaply mass produce the lavender that doTERRA needed. Do you know how many employees it would take to run that farm? 3 to 5 employees. And that's just not who doTERRA is, not at all. So doTERRA's lavender, well, they've chosen to partner with existing small scale farmers all over the world. In total, to cover all lavender needs, there's nearly 350 small scale farmers for just this one oil. Okay, that's significant. That's just one oil, and doTERRA has like 150 oils. So think about all the people. There are over 300,000 jobs created through these sourcing efforts, and the social impact is over 1,700,000 people. I want to purchase oils that are sourced like this. This is what I want to be a part of. And the science and research, I love that doTERRA has a medical advisory board, that they're very engaged in the conversation of where can Western and Eastern medicine like see eye to eye and work together. They have 113 medical and university partnerships, including Johns Hopkins, Vanderbilt, and St. Elizabeth's has amazing new cancer center that they've collaborated with. They are deeply committed to furthering the science and research that's being done in regards to essential oils, okay? The bottom line is this. doTERRA is absolutely committed to purity and potency and also empowering small scale farmers, and it helps bring us the highest quality essential oils. doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world for good reason. Go ahead and put in the comments which one of these 5 reasons is your favorite thing about doTERRA, why you love choosing doTERRA. Okay. I'll step off of that for a minute. I want to make sure that you guys are all really familiar and really comfortable with the 3 ways that you can use your oils, okay? So the first way is going to be aromatically. We know that it's so good for supporting your mood, cleansing the air. It can support your respiratory system. Remember that there's research that shows when you inhale an oil, you can affect your whole body in as little as 30 seconds. Don't underestimate the power of aroma. You can use a diffuser. You can smell it from your hands. Breathe it right from the bottle. So let's have a quick aromatic experience with our wild orange. So grab your wild orange, Mary. Hopefully your children found your wild orange. And I want you to just put a drop or 2 in the palm of your hand like we did with the peppermint, and go ahead and cup that over your face and take a deep, deep breath. So I call wild orange like liquid happiness. It's energizing, it's invigorating, it's uplifting for your mood. The natural compounds in wild orange are very supportive for helping with like when you feel stressed, maybe when you feel down and you need a little lifting up, okay? So it's a great one to have on hand all the time. The second way is topically. All right, you can actually apply oils directly to your skin. For children and people with sensitive skin, it's definitely good to dilute your oils like we talked about with the fractionated coconut oil. It actually makes your oils more effective because they don't evaporate as quickly, and it gives your body longer to process what you've put on it, okay? Remember that the bottoms of your feet is a perfect spot to be applying your oils because of all the nerve endings there. It's a great access point into your body. Okay, so topically is awesome. And then internal. All right, doTERRA oils are not only safe to take internally, they are recommended. Their standard certified pure therapeutic grade means that these oils are medicinal grade and they are completely safe to ingest, unlike most other brands. You can put them in your mouth. You could drink them in your water using a glass or stainless steel container, and you can put them in a veggie capsule. It's kind of like concocting your own little natural remedy. Okay, so you guys are like oil experts by now, you know all the things. I think we should talk about some recipes. So some of my favorite like categories I wanted to focus on, food. I want to talk about cleaning. Okay, I couldn't, what's more favorite? I don't know, food or cleaning, couldn't decide. Diffusing, and also some recipes you can use in a roller bottle. Okay. So let's start with food. All right, so this is where you can write these down. I'll tell you when it's a good time to screenshot it if you want to do that, and I'll work on getting these recipes over in a great format. So peppermint brownies, we're gonna go like easy to complicated through these recipes. Whatever your favorite brownie recipe is, add 3 to 5 drops of peppermint in, and you like people will think you're amazing, and they are so delicious. What about like spaghetti sauce or a red sauce? You could just add a toothpick amount of your oregano. And so that just means literally taking a toothpick and putting it through the orifice reducer and swirling it through your sauce. Start small and see if you want to add more. Fruit dip can be so easy. My preference is always a citrus oil, and then like whatever your favorite yogurt product is, just adding it right in. Maybe tangerine, lemon, wild orange, lime. Some people are like fancy fruit dip people, like marshmallow fluff and cream cheese and like all sorts. So have fun with it, but I'm just like yogurt works for me. So you do what you want. Guacamole, maybe you want to make your own or get it from the store, but adding 2 drops of lime and 1 drop of cilantro, I might be a toothpick of cilantro, is a perfect way to really amp up your avocado game. Get it? And then on guard popcorn. There's a couple different ways to do this, but this I would say is by far the easiest way. You would put 2 drops of on guard on the sides of your bowl, right? And then wipe that around your bowl, add your popcorn in and mix it all around. And that will give you you'll like boost your immune system while you're eating popcorn. So if you want to screenshot this, now is a great time to do that, okay? I'll give you a second. And then the recipes we're going to be moving on to are, we're taking it up a notch. Here you're really impressing people. Rosemary lemon hummus. All right, so a pretty traditional hummus recipe here with the addition of 2 drops of lemon and 1 drop of rosemary oil. I think that actually sounds really good. So grab a screenshot of that if you want. Make that for me tomorrow. I would be totally fine with that. Okay, this is the best one. I'm so glad Laura Whipperman is on here because she is the one who has just totally nailed this. On guard chocolate bark. Let's just talk about boosting your immune system while eating chocolate. So the ingredients are very simple. It's not complicated. Laura Whipperman will attest to this in the comments. But you're gonna just melt the chocolate and add these things in and let it harden, break it into pieces. And it is honestly divine. So that is a really fun recipe. Make sure you grab a screenshot of that. Okay, so now that we've done all that cooking, we need to like do some cleaning and clean up the things that we've used. All right, so I really love to clean. I tried to keep this pretty simple. What about a simple liquid dish soap? I do use my On Guard Cleaner Concentrate as a dish soap, but it's very fun to have a DIY recipe. So you're just gonna look for some liquid Castile soap. I love using Dr. Bronner's, the unscented one. Lime, lemon, and citrus bliss. I thought that was a really fun combination to keep you really happy while you were doing your dishes. A surface spray. It can be so easy. Get your spray bottle. The combo here is On Guard lemon and tea tree. You can mix that up and have fun with it, but that's a great combo right there. You can add vinegar if you want and then fill the rest with water. Stain remover, a pre-soak. This one comes from Melissa Werner. All right, 1 part On Guard laundry detergent with 2 parts hydrogen peroxide. Just put that in a spray bottle, shake it up, and you can spray. You will be amazed at the stains you can conquer with that. Grab a screenshot if you want, okay? Scrubbing paste. This is a fan favorite. This is gonna replace like, well, everything. You can clean showers, sinks, floors. People clean their hands when they come out of the garden with this. It's amazing. So baking soda, you got your Dr. Bronner's liquid soap in there, some vinegar, and then I typically like lemon. You could add rosemary in or peppermint, and then mix that all and keep it in a container. And it's like your paste for a little extra elbow grease, okay? What about a carpet and mattress refresh? So this one is so simple. All you need is baking soda and really your favorite oil. Great ones to use would be Purify, lavender, lemon, peppermint. I even read about clove being helpful for like dust mite situations. You mix it up and you sprinkle it onto the area and then let it sit for a few hours and vacuum it all up. Another thing that I don't have a vacuum that would allow me to do this, but putting 5 to 8 drops of your favorite essential oil onto a cotton ball and putting it in your vacuum bag can also make makes it when you vacuum it doubles as a refresh for your whole area. A car refresh, you could add 2 drops of wild orange and 2 drops of balance to your car floor mats. She thought, like that winter and the wet down there. I was like, that's actually not a bad idea. And here's an easy DIY foaming hand wash recipe. So you're going to use your liquid soap. You can add some rubbing alcohol if you want. And then great oils to add in would be On Guard and lemon, and filling the rest with water. It's pretty easy to get your hand on like an empty foaming container. Here are the toilet bowl bombs. I just got some of these as a gift and they're so good. They're so good. So the idea here is that you're going to be able to make these and then throw them into the toilet, let them fizz and bubble, and then scrub your toilet clean. All right, so it's baking soda, citric acid, 30 drops of your choice of oil. You really can't go wrong. And 1 to 2 teaspoons of water. You mix that up and you put it into the molds, the silicone molds. If you need to push it back down as it expands, go ahead and do that. And then once it's dry, you remove it and store it in an airtight container. I think my mom did this and kept it in a really pretty mason jar on the back of, you can even make it like a really fun and kind of pretty thing, or a gift. You can give them to me. All right, now we've got some recipes for diffusing. I just put some different images of doTERRA's diffusers on the screen. They're all good for different reasons. If you're not sure which one is the best fit for you, ask your oil girl, because like based on square footage and what kind of a room and like, is it all open space, we can help make a great recommendation. But I love the warranties that doTERRA's and like that customer service behind all of doTERRA's diffusers is really, really helpful. So I thought a fun way to kind of divvy this up, I did it like 4 different categories. So let's talk about diffusing blends for mood support. Some of the classics. All right, so here's happiness: wild orange, lemon, and lavender. And another classic recipe would be spearmint, tangerine, and bergamot. And then I thought, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's think about maybe those oils that are sitting around not getting used as much. How about Don't Give Up has black pepper, lime, wild orange, and frankincense. And No Worries was lime, wild orange, and breathe. Okay, so go ahead and screenshot that if you want. And then diffusing blends for cleansing, even immune support, some of the classics. Purify, breathe, lemon. A lot of you are going to have those oils on hand. Immune defense, On Guard, and wild orange. And then if you want to mix it up, what about lavender, bergamot, and geranium? I think that one sounds like Wendy Sorum to me. And Wellness Way really caught my eye. It's cinnamon, eucalyptus, and motivate. So grab a screenshot there if you want those 4. Okay, homework / work / focus. It's going to cover all the things. So a good one is tangerine, peppermint, and rosemary. This follows Melissa's recommendation of having a citrus, a mint, and an herb is a great combo for in a diffuser. A study time one, this is also a classic: peppermint, wild orange, and frankincense. Some mixing it up ones. I Can Do Hard Things has peppermint, basil, and wild orange. Basil is really, that doesn't get enough airtime. And then Get Things Done, peppermint and coriander. I kind of want to try that. Not now, too late in the day, maybe tomorrow. You can screenshot that if you want. Okay, bedtime. This is the final category. Okay, so some of the classics. Sweet Dreams has lavender, cedarwood, vetiver. I just ran out of vetiver and Whitney's like, just go get more. Deep Sleep is serenity and citrus bliss together. And then some mix it up ones. What about bergamot, cedarwood, and marjoram? Your marjoram might be sitting on your shelf. Maybe it's time to get that one out. And Nighty Night has lavender, Roman chamomile, and bergamot. Okay, so you can screenshot that if you want. All right, so roller recipes is what I have next. So all you need for roller recipes, you need roller bottles. You can get them right from doTERRA. They're super quality ones. I love them. You need your essential oils and fractionated coconut oil, and you can make a roller bottle blend ready to go. I think it's probably good to just consider some very simple and easy dilution tips. So let's talk about kids. I'm just going to say 6 and under. This is the easiest way to do it. 0 to 1, if they're 0 to 1 years old, gets 1 drop of oil in a 10 ml roller. If they're 2, they get 2 drops. They're 3, they get 3 drops. Okay, see, so on and so forth. This is not, diluting is not hard and fast. It is just not. Okay, so less is always more, but this is hopefully a helpful way for you to remember easily how much to use. For teens, I would say 10 to 15 drops in a 10 ml. You know, you're the mom, you know about all the things. And then, so do what you think is best. And then adults, I would say 15 to 25. I know sometimes I make roller bottles for Gary that are half oil, essential oil, half FCO. Okay. But hopefully those like helpful guidelines. Here's a really popular recipe. It's the seasonal support one, lemon, lavender, and peppermint. This is perfect to put in a roller. You can swipe it over pulse points, even sometimes on your lower spine for that seasonal support. If you don't have an oil that is in one of these recipes, like use what you have for now or ask your oil girl what you could swap in. Tea tree is also, I think, a really good addition to this blend as well if you have it. Okay, immune support. FLOOT used to be Flume. So that stands for, get it, frankincense, lemon, oregano, on guard, and tea tree. So that's how you remember. This is your immune support roller. It's really easy to use. You can do equal parts of all of those oils and fill up that roller. I think it's easy to make maybe a couple of these to have around the house, so it makes it easy for your whole family to be using them. But I think this is a classic recipe. This is a really good one. Liquid Calm, also a classic. It's equal amounts of balance and serenity. This is Liquid Calm for anyone. Maybe this is you feeling overwhelmed and worked up. Maybe this is a little one that you have who's feeling overwhelmed and worked up. It's just the perfect combination here. It could be during the day that you're using this. It could be before bed that you want to use this to help you unwind. I'm going to encourage you to roll it on like a perfume. But again, if like spine and bottoms of feet is a great way to do it. You really can't go wrong. The oil is going to work its magic. Digestive support. This one is frankincense, wild orange, and Digest Zen. If all you have is Digest Zen on hand, use it. If you've got wild orange but not frankincense, use the wild orange with your Digest Zen. But to have this in a roller ready to go, like to roll on your abdomen, is super great and makes using your oils easier. That's really, roller bottles make using your oils 10,000 times easier, I think. And it makes it super accessible, and it also helps you delegate it to different members of your family, which is really helpful. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to answer the question, what's an oil girl? Why does Amy keep talking about oil girls? So yeah, she's typically who you probably are buying your essential oils through. But I think being somebody's oil girl is so much more than that. Okay, I think it means, for me, it means supporting somebody with free education. That's through like text or Facebook or emails or Zoom, in the way that serves that person best. It means creating personalized protocols to help you with what you have on hand. It means brainstorming the best solutions for your health goals and how to reach them. And I think it also means giveaways, gifts, fun, and more. Okay, so an oil girl is all of that. I want to make sure that you guys know the 3 different ways that you can purchase oils. So the first would be retail. It's the most expensive and very few people buy retail. Maybe if you were at like a spa or a chiropractor's office, okay? Wholesale is probably how almost all of you are getting your oils, right? You're getting the best products for the best prices, just like a Costco membership. And with doTERRA, that means 25% off, okay? And then below wholesale, actually probably most of you are getting your oils this way. So there are two different ways to get your oils below wholesale. The first is picking out a starter kit for great savings. And the second would be earning free products and all the perks with the loyalty rewards program. I want to show you just two of my favorite starter kits. Okay, so the first is the Healthy Start Kit. It has what I would consider the top 10 oils. You get 5 milliliter size bottles, so it's about 88 drops of each oil in there, and you do get a diffuser. You're going to get a wholesale membership for free in here, which means an oil girl, you get my support and my help, and this one is 160. And the other starter pack I really like is called the Simple Solutions. This is great because you're going to get 4 great products: the Deep Blue Rub, Lemon, On Guard, Serenity, and at the price point of 105. Sometimes it's really nice to customize it if you want with some add-ons, maybe for kids or digestion. You can see some recommendations on the screen. But again, the wholesale membership is included in this, so it's a great value. All right, are you guys ready for a second giveaway, an entry in the giveaway? So I want you guys to text me number 1 or number 2, which option seems like a better fit for you. If you already bought a starter kit, tell me which one you wish you would have bought. So you can text that or send that to the same number and do that for that entry, okay? All right, I'm gonna take a minute here for Q&A. The chat box was very, very busy. Melissa, can you tell me if I missed any questions?
Nope, I don't think so. I think we got it all. Lots of recipes being shared, and Gary got mentioned, and it's been kind of fun.
Gary. Okay, so so if you texted me, even if you're a customer, I'm probably going to text you back. I'm going to make sure that you feel really comfortable using your oils. If you don't have oils yet, I'll help you by using my little reference guide and give some recommendations for what oils might be helpful for you based on the needs that you shared. All right, everybody, that is the oily pop-up format. And what I just want to talk about is the idea of hosting your own and what that looks like. This is something, that format hopefully is something that you feel comfortable saying to friends and family, like, hey, this is going to be online for 30 minutes. I'm hosting it. Would you like to come to that? And so if you decide that hosting an oily pop-up is a good fit for you, I would be the one to teach it, or your oil girl, or both, a combination. And then we would help get the wild orange and peppermint to them ahead of time so they could experience as they learned, which I think is a really fun and important part of the format. What freebies can you earn? What does that look like? So if you have 4+ attendees, here are the 6 oils. You could pick one of these 6 oils. I think it's nice to have an option. Maybe you have a ton of balance around, but you don't have stronger or calmer. So you have options. And if you have 8+ attendees, you can pick from this selection of oils. You guys see jasmine in there, deep blue, turmeric, okay? And then one extra thing, if you have 3 enrollments that over $100, you can earn another gift. You get to pick a kit, like kit number 1 from one of the wellness tracks. So immunity kit number 1, mind and mood kit number 1, or relief kit number 1. That's a $75 value, okay? So I just want to make sure you knew what that looked like. If you, oh yeah, there you go. If you feel like you would love to host an oily pop-up, then text me that you want to host one, and we can get yours on the calendar at a day and a time that works for you and for your people. I promise it will be fun. And I think it's fun to have the opportunity to earn a free oil that way as well, or 2, or a wellness kit, okay? All right, everybody. I have a lot of text to go read. Let me stop sharing and make sure. Are there any other questions? Anything else I missed? Okay, perfect. It looks like everyone's all set. I had some of you saying you don't remember what kit you bought. It's been so long. Okay, hey, make sure you're on the Oil Hacks call tomorrow night. It's gonna be super fun. Way more fun than just me, because you get to hear from all sorts of different people, okay? So message your oil girl if you need the link for that. And we'll see you on Oil Hacks tomorrow night. And I look forward to being able to teach some of these oily pop-ups for some of you, okay? All right, have a good night, everybody.